Misconceptions, I think the commonest misconception is um, doctors are trying to make money out of the sickness, right? People fail to understand that they have come to hospital because they have a disease. And most people beyond their 50 years of age don't have just one disease. They have multiple problems which have not manifested. I had a patient who had come for a gallbladder surgery. So he was admitted in the surgical ward. And in the night, he developed a heart attack. So he was shifted to my ward. Then I went and saw him. He was in a very bad shape. So we took him up that night. We had to put 8 stents for him, stabilized him, brought him back. Before doing all this, his son was screaming at the top of his voice, "How could my father develop heart attack? He came for gallbladder surgery." I told him, that's the exact question I wanted to ask you. You came for gallbladder surgery, now he has heart attack. This is not my problem. This is his problem. This is something a lot of patients don't understand, that a body has multiple organs and all of them are halfway down the line. So I give you the example of an old car. Let's say a car is 5 years old or 10 years old. You're driving it on a bad road. The bad road is your lifestyle, your food, your diabetes, your hypertension, your age, your genetics. That's the bad road. The car is you, right? So you're driving on that bad road. You have a flat tire. You can fix the flat tire. Again, you continue to drive on the same road. You can have the same tire going flat, the next tire going flat, the engine stalling, your carburetor getting stuck. Anything can happen. It does not mean that the hospital gave you all those diseases. So these are all, people somehow feel that you come for one disease and get that one disease treated, all diseases are treated. No. And diseases manifest during crisis. For example, somebody has a borderline renal failure. It will not manifest. But the moment they have a heart attack and you give contrast and treat the heart attack, the renal failure will manifest. So patients feel that the hospital-induced renal failure. It's not a hospital-induced renal failure. Your heart failure-induced renal failure. So these are things that escalate the cost more than what we anticipate. We would tell them this would cost this much. But when the renal failure is added, they need dialysis 3-4 rounds. They have to be in hospital for many more days. So everything goes up. So again, the misconception, they retained us for the sake of money. No, nobody wants to retain a patient whose treatment is already over. For example, you go with diarrhea to the hospital. They advise admission. Why? Because you are going to get dehydrated. A diarrhea patient is a loss to the hospital. He is occupying a room and paying just the room rent, where you can, if a patient for bypass surgery is admitted, he would pay for the surgery. And you are wasting water in the toilet much more than any other patient. So it's a loss to the hospital having a patient with diarrhea. But why do you admit? Because you have to treat the diarrhea. If you come with chest pain and your first ECG is normal, there is no guarantee your next ECG will be abnormal. So if you take 2 ECGs 6 hours apart and 2 blood tests 6 hours apart, and all of them are normal, you have a 99.9% chance that you don't have a heart attack. There is still a 0.1. Okay? So this probability, if you can understand, you can go home. If you don't understand, then you have to stay in hospital, right? So recommendation is a recommendation. Let's say I say that your ECG is normal, you go home, and there is a life-threatening problem at home. The whole thing turns on us. If you had told me, I would have stayed. That's the usual situation. Then that's what we tell you. But people don't take it the way it should be taken. I'm not saying there are no bad elements in the medical world. There are bad elements, and that is there in every field. And I don't think anybody can do anything about it. But overall, I have not come across anybody who did something terrible for the sake of money. No. Everything is done in good faith, and charges are charged according to the facilities available. You go to a 5-star hotel, coffee costs you 500 rupees. Same coffee is 50 rupees somewhere else. So you really cannot compare that. And unfortunately, government is trying to equalize all the healthcare. And unless you equalize everybody's income, you cannot equalize healthcare. So you have to become a communist situation to do that. So the bottom line is every physician is trying to do his best for the patient to get them get better. You may be in an expensive hospital or you may be in a cheaper hospital. That is irrelevant. That is according to each person's financial strength, you choose the hospital. But I think everybody should understand that the bottom line is there are 99.9% of the doctors are trying to do the best for you, trying to cure what you have. And also understand that most of the times what you have does not have a cure. You can only treat. If you have diabetes, it can be treated. You may not be able to cure it. And over 10 to 20 years of time, you will develop some complications. It's not because you are not treated properly. That's how diabetes is. So there is a natural course of disease, which you really cannot beat. So what we are trying to do is modify that natural course and make it less problematic for the patient. So I really wish everybody understands that the whole medical community is geared up to treat diseases and not to harm patients.